What's going on, race fans? This is Steve. We are here today from the infamous Bristol Motor Speedway, the famed half-mile concrete behemoth that we like to call it, the last great Coliseum for the SRU, the Some Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Man, Bristol Motor Speedway has always proven to be a fun time, and today, these guys are not going to stand away from this challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun today. Big field, big competition, starting to get into that mid-season grind. And right now, Bristol comes at a great time right now. Jumping in, qualifying is about to begin. The Tennessee Showdown about to happen. 200 laps. Long race today for these Xfinity cars. Should be a lot of fun. Right now, down trackside, we'll jump on board. Jason Adams coming up for his qualifying lap. Looking great as usual in that number 24 DuPont colors. Love that. Mark Whitley as well. There we go. We're going to get rid of that slow-mo. Dramatic slow motion. Back to full speed right here. Mark Whitley on the qualifying. He is the one to look out for right now. Mark Whitley with a 14.93 right now, so looking pretty fast. Very solid. What a great job. Harpoon Design on that car real quick. Let's go and thank our sponsors real fast before we get too deep into the qualifying. We'll come right back. All right, big thanks to Harpoon Design, Admin Box for the sponsorships for the channel itself. Always appreciate them. Sponsors are always great as well for some mishaps in the stream. Sometimes we have some technical difficulties, and right now they're all worked out. So love to see that. For Mark Whitley, up front, 14.93 right now on the board. Looking very solid. Everybody else right now not on track yet, so a couple of drivers holding off. Tell you what, this track is going to provide a lot of good times today. High line is usually, you'll see that come into play today for sure. The low line, though, on the long runs, you want to be down there to save those tires. So that's the key. But the key to this race today, 200 laps. The Tennessee Showdown, going to be a great time right now. One fast repair, 2 green-white checkered attempts, if we get to that point. And then at the end of lap 30, it's going to be stage 1. The only stage we'll have today is going to be on lap 30, so it concludes very quick. But man, right now, nobody choosing to come out to qualify. Interesting call right there for a lot of these guys, but that can definitely happen. Very quiet track. A lot of the times, too, I feel like they come out and they want to, wait until maybe they get some shade or some grip, things like that. But 9 cars have gone out. We've got about a field of 20 today, so going to wait a little longer here and see what we have as far as cars on track. But man, oh man, a lot of fun today is going to be had. And that's it. Qualifying is over. So, hey, that's it. Nobody wants to qualify. All right. 18 cars on track. We're going to fast forward a little bit into the session. And right now, man, we are ready to roll. Hey, sometimes qualifying isn't always cracked up to be. It's not always the most exciting, especially when guys want to start in the back and some guys want to start in the front. Differing strategies, obviously, so it is all good here today. But you know what? Mark Whitley up front, as usual, looking really, really good. Always up front, man. He is definitely a favorite today to get this win, so watch out for him. On the pole, that Harpoon Design Racing, number 77, looking really good today. Starting in P1, starting P2, Kyle Munson. We've covered him quite a bit lately. Has had a great, strong run. Last couple races, won 2 races ago, so definitely fast for sure. Zach Deutscher in the number 7, in that Hello Water number 7, looking pretty good today. Look at that. Greg Wood, not currently on track, but starting in P4, Jeff Gilmore, rolling off 5th place in that 57. Terry Duguay in that 14, rolling off P6. John Held, 7th place. Good effort for him. Jason Adams, going to be rolling off P8. Jason Cavaney, rolling off P9. Love that Reese's machine, always in that car. Jerry West starting P10, not currently on the grid yet. David Acacia starting at P11. Looking good today. Jim Kolmsberger, 12th place in that Hooters ride, looking good. Mike Chamberlain, different looking car today. Dunkin' Donuts, number 70. Looking good right there. Mark Koshik in that 33, starting at 14th today. Robert Chiswick, 15th place, but has that number 6 car, looking good. And then Larry Blair, Lewis Mitchell, and Danny Story rounding out the field. So 18 cars today going to be fighting for this Coliseum win at Bristol. Going to be really fun, really cool to watch. We're going off. Pace car lights already off. All this is going to happen pretty quick, folks. So right now, not truly a night race, but the lights will go down at some point. Track conditions will change. But 200 laps, we have a long way to go to get this thing going. And again, folks, 2 dual pit roads today, so it's not that one consistent long straightaway. So we'll see both of them being utilized tonight. That's always pretty interesting. I mean, pit exit right here. This is going to be the busy zone right here. This pit entries, the front stretch pit entry, going to be massive. The back though, nobody there, no pit boxes. So even though it is a two lane pit box, we only have one today, so good news for the competition. Nice and easy for them to get down that pit road. Shouldn't be any struggles today. But right now, lap number 2, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Oh, here we go. Pace car lights are off. We're going green in the restart zone. Mark Koshik leads us off. Excuse me, Mark Whitley leads us off. Man, too many marks in here. In that 77, all the way back though, 2 wide, already being used the outside lane. Jason Adams, big contact into, oh man, hard contact. Jeff Gilmore, yellow flag is out already, lap number 2. Tough deal, folks. We're going to see this quite often today. Turn 2 especially, it's hard to get off. Very, very loose conditions, and right there, you saw it. Luckily, these guys have that fast repair to use, but man, that 57 already on lap number 2, beat up. We'll go back once more and take a look. You can see Jason Adams on the outside, that 24. Going to come down and kind of squeeze that 57. And then, man, just gets into that wall pretty hard. Not good. Man. Mark Koshik, the real Mark Koshik, had to avoid that 57. Did a great job. We'll get one more angle of that. Yeah, just a tough break. I mean, just nowhere to go. Already, loose conditions. Hard to get off these corners. And unfortunately, that's how it is. Up front, nothing's changed. Mark Whitley still up front, leading the race. Again, caution under right now on the track on lap 4. We currently have 200 laps basically still to go. So a long race, but lap 30 will be stage end. Quick stage, so it can be basically a sprint to get to the end here. Pace car light's still on. So real quick, folks, we're going to go and thank our sponsors. Take some time to do that. Big thanks to them again, Harpoon Design and Admin Box. We'll come right back. All right, we are back for the Tennessee Showdown. 200 laps here at Bristol, and we are just getting underway. Mark Whitley leading us off here. Pace car lights are off, so we're going back green momentarily on lap number 7. Here we go, pace car is off. Green flag in the air. We are back green. Big battle right here. Jason Cavany, Jerry West, inside and out. Having a solid run right now. Terry Duguay, a little loose on the outside. Holds on to it pretty well. Passing will be tough here. The outside lane is great to pass, but it'll kill your tires. Zach Deutscher, though, making a move, trying to on the inside of Greg Wood. Can't quite get it done just yet. Jason Adams right now. Oh, big wreck. 57, John Held smashes into the side. Not good. David Acacia also involved. Mark Koshik right there getting a little bit of damage. Man, oh man, tough break. Jeff Gilmore again, just unfortunate. We'll go back and look at that, but man, on lap 10, you do not want to see that. Jeff Gilmore right here at that 57, just to use the fast repair. On the outside right here from the drone cam, we'll take a look at what happened. It's down low, 1 and 2. Don't see any issue yet. Mike Chamberlain here on the inside. Oh, some slight contact. Gets spun around, but then, man, it goes backwards on track. Okay. Well. Man, you hate, I don't know. You don't want to call a spade sometimes, but this is, you just hate to see it. Not really sure what the mentality here was on the end of Jeff Gilmore, but took a bunch of cars out right there, and just a mess. So it's a tough break for the drivers involved, but man, I mean driving backwards and then slowing down in front of the cars, the leaders essentially, that's just uncalled for. So Not sure what that's all about, but hey, Jeff Gilmore potentially out of the race, potentially right now. So we'll see how that goes, but either way, drivers coming down. Mark Whitley still up front. Luckily avoided that that mess right there. Had a big enough lead, but Kyle Munson, Greg Wood, no one's going to pit yet. These guys have plenty of tires, plenty of fuel to get to the end of stage 1. So lap 30, we're already halfway to the end of stage 1. So right now, just going to hold on to it. Patient driving. And you're going to get to that end of lap 30 for that stage. But man, oh man, tough break for these guys. Second caution of the day comes out for Jeff Gilmore. Who we do not see on the track anymore, so I believe might have been parked, if not taken out. Right now, pace car lights are off. We're going to go back green here on lap number 16. Tell you what, something about Bristol brings out the heat, brings out some fierce competition. And again, we talked about it, mid-season competition, mid-season pressure, trying to find your way into the playoffs. That all plays a role, but right now, green flag in the air. We're going back green on lap number 16. Mark Whitley, great jump again, but Greg Wood, Kyle Munson fighting tooth and nail on the outside. Kyle Munson might have the better run, but no, doesn't have it. Greg Wood fighting for that second spot, wants the stage win. Further back, Mike Chamberlain. Robert Chiswick already struggling, seems off the pace a bit, pretty well slow. We'll follow that as we go right now, but Jason Cavany. Bunch of drivers sticking to that low line. Especially knowing that stage 1 is so quick. Ooh, caution! Terry Duguay on the outside, turn 4, gets spun around. Has some left side damage. Front end actually looks pretty decent. And then some right rear damage right there. We'll go back and take a look. And oh man. Terry Duguay here on the outside still. Outside of Jerry West, goes up. Takes that outside preferred lane. We'll see what happens. Jason Cavany is right behind him, so that might have something to do with it. We'll take a look in a second, but let's see if this next lap can tell a story. Nothing right there. We'll go further on. Ooh, just gets loose all by himself, it looks like. Nobody around him. And then, yeah, just loses that back end out of turn 4, right at the Geico restart zone. So, unfortunate for him. Don't believe he was involved in that prior caution, the big one. So, might still have that fast repair in pocket. Looks like he might not, as he's still in the pits. Did not choose to use it. Either way, up front, Mark Whitley still out front. Looking good today, but Greg Wood, what does he have for him? He's there, he's fast enough. Jerry West coming down pit road right now. Terry Duguay, this might be a smart move for Jerry West. I think he's coming down here. Stops on pit road, not sure what the story is here, but not a bad move, though. I feel like if you do this, you've got 8 laps to go, about maybe 6 or 7 laps to go. When the pace car comes in and we go back green, hey, you know what? Take the fuel, take the tires now. Restart up front when all these guys pit. So that might be Jerry West's motivation right now. Pretty smart move, especially if we get that one more caution to potentially end the stage. That could be it. So Strategy already being played abound here today at Bristol for the Tennessee Showdown 200. Tell you what, this is going to be a lot of good times here today. Lap 23 already in the books. 3 cautions on the track for incidents. Short tracks, short tempers today for sure. And Mark Whitley right now up front still. So through the field, Danny Story, Larry Blair, and then Jeff Gilmore all out of the race, as well as David Acacia and John Held. So 5 drivers already out of the race. I believe Acacia and Held had actually their fast repairs left, but looks like they did decide to bow out of the race. So 5 drivers out of the race, 13 right now remain. Lewis Mitchell on track still, but currently 4 laps down. Terry Duguay 1 lap down, repairing all that damage. So Terry Duguay will get that lucky dog if a caution were to come out, or once that stage completes. But either way, right now, up at the front, pace car lights are off. We're going back green here. Bristol Motor Speedway, always a great time. A lot of fun to watch this race, but right now we are getting ready to go green. Pace car's off, green flag in the air, we're back. Right running, Greg Wood on the outside though, can he get to him? A little bit of bumper right there, door to door. Side by side, Greg Wood on the outside has the momentum on the outside. Gets around him. Clear for now. Mark Whitley still deciding to use the inside lane, but Greg Wood on the outside clears Mark. Hold on now. That 77 might have something else in mind. Ooh, Greg Wood in the wall. Tough battle. This is for the stage win, 3 laps away. You can see these two were fighting for this. They want it. Again, Mark Whitley not fighting for a championship here. He is going trophy hunting in these races. Part-time driver, but Greg Wood going for that championship. This playoff point would be massive for him. 2 laps to go. Clears Mark Whitley and gets out front. Mark still charging back. Greg Wood, though. Yellow flag is out. Let's take a look at what actually happened there. Don't believe that was the actual stage ending yellow. That came out, it would appear, for Zach Deuscher. So right now, Greg Wood, assuming this is the stage ending yellow as well, Greg Wood is going to be your stage 1 winner, so a fantastic job for him from a hard-charging Mark Whitley. Awesome job. Looks like Mark is pitting right here, so that will be the stage end. Greg Wood is officially your stage 1 winner, so great job. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Zach Deuscher here. Oh man, just loops it around. Coming out of turn 4, I believe. Go back a little further back and see if we can get a better angle of that. Yeah, here we go. On the outside, Kyle Munson. Way up high, comes down low, and man, oh man. Right there in 3rd place, too. Hate to see that. Right in front, the leaders are fighting for that stage, but comes in. Taking a pretty conservative line here, but it's a little loose right there. And then, yeah, just all by himself, it would appear. Just loses it out of turn 4. So, tough break for Zach. Obviously, the yellow came out. He might maintain his position there. Right now, it still shows 3rd on the pylon, so we will take a look. But either way, Greg Wood is still the leader of this race. Jason Adams in P2. Zach Deuscher maintains that 3rd spot. That yellow saved him right there. Robert Chiswick in 4th place. Mark Whitley, the 1st on tires. Looking really good right now. Greg Wood actually maybe pitting here. Interesting call. So one stage one decided not to pit with the leaders, Mark Whitley and them. So this is going to kill their track position, especially Zach and Greg Wood. So we'll definitely follow up on this. We're going to talk to Greg Wood here in just a second since he was the stage one winner. We'll see what his thoughts are on this. But either way, Greg Wood, Zach Deutscher down pit road, Robert Chiswick as well. Greg Wood coming out of the pits. Let's bring him in real fast. Hey, Greg Wood, man. It's Steve in the booth. You got me?
Sure do, sir.
Hey, man. Great job fighting off Mark Whitley there for the stage one win. Looking really good today in that wrap surge number 67. Hey, just talk to us about that first stage. How's the track feel? How do you feel?
It feels pretty good. It's a little slick on entry, but other than that, it's pretty good. So I can't complain. It definitely feels good on the middle lane rather than the bottom. But yeah, the goal was to beat Whitley for the stage points, and that's what we did.
Hey, love that, man. Also, too, I mean, you didn't pit right there with Mark. You pitted like a lap after. So what's the strategy there if you want to give it away?
Just giving it a little bit extra fuel. I wasn't sure about pitting, but I decided to after all. We got enough tires and there'll be enough caution, so it should work out pretty well.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Hey, good luck rest of the way. I'll catch you later.
Thanks.
All right, Greg Wood looking pretty strong today. Green flag in the air. We kept that pretty close, but Greg Wood all the way back right now. In 8th place, Mark Whitley, though, leads us off. Jason Adams right behind him. These laps are fast, folks, even under yellow. Mark Whitley going to set sail right now, but Jason Adams, Kyle Munson, what do they have for him? Great job right now. Close battles all over the place. Jason Cavney, though, looking pretty good. Let's ride on board. You'll get a good look at what these drivers have to deal with. The high banks of Bristol. Holmesberger on the inside, trying to fight Cavney right now. Really, really good job. Terry Duguay back on pit road. Not looking good for him. 12th place right now, but losing laps as we speak. Back up front, Mark Whitley already a 1.7 second lead. Looking very solid today. Jason Adams, Kyle Munson. This battle right here is heating up for 4th place. Holmesberger trying to get around Cavney. An awesome job here for him, doing what he can to get around him. It's still early though. Hold on to those tires. That could be a big roll here in this race. On lap 42, we're still very early. Catching Kyle Munson here. This is the battle, folks. Single file, everyone trying to save their tires. You're going to notice they're going to stay down lower now. Jason Adams had some issues right there out of that corner. Hold on to it, though. We see some smoke on the front stretch. We're still green, though, so no harm, no foul. Kyle Munson right there. Munson right now in that number 40. Getting around Adams here for P2. Holmesberger looking to do the same thing here on the inside, but further back, Greg Wood trying to get around, almost thought about 3 wide right there, but decides not to, goes down low against Jason Cavney. What a great job by him right there. Fresh tires, Better oh, Cavity into Greg Wood. Greg Wood hard into the wall. That's going to bring out our 5th caution of the day. Man, oh man. Your stage 1 winner, Greg Wood. Unfortunately, getting into the inside wall there from contact with Jason Cavity. Some pretty heavy front end damage on the left side. Salvageable per se, but man, that's a tough break. Tough break. Let's go back and look. You can see it right here. Greg Wood and Jason Cavity. Greg Wood's going to go down low. Cavity up high. And man, Cavity just kind of turns left. Loose car out of turn 4. Tough break there for Greg Wood. So Greg gonna come down pit road most likely and fix that car a little bit. Probably not use the fast repair, but either way, hold on to that. Number 67 up front. Greg Wood though still up front. Update on some drivers. So again, Danny Story, Larry Blair, Jeff Gilmore, David Acacia, John Held, all out of the race. Right now, Lewis Mitchell still on track. The Iowa, we saw him a second ago avoid that wreck, so that's great for him right now. Currently 4 laps down. Coming down pit road though. Terry Duguay still on track. We saw him lose control of his car at one point, but looking pretty decent. 4 laps down, however. Not that great, but Greg Wood as well. Look at that. Uses that fast repair, it would appear, as a brand new car. So a good looking car right there for him again. Robert Chiswick still in P9. A lot's going down here today, folks. So Bristol Motor Speedway, the Tennessee Showdown. Tell you what, like we said earlier, it's getting heated. Lots of mistakes, but lots of loose conditions. Still a day race right now. Sun's going down slightly. The shade, as you can see it over the track, is still covering parts of turn 2. So as we continue, this is going to go darker and darker. Right now, lap 52, we are winding it down for the first half of this race. Pace car lights are still off. We're going to go and thank our sponsors real quick, folks. We'll come right back. All right, here we go. The Tennessee Showdown. We are 52 laps in, and the pace car lights are off. So we're going back green here, folks. 5 cautions on the board already. Right now, green flag about to be in the air. There it is. Mark Whitley going to lead us off. Down low, a great restart. Kyle Munson in the middle. Jerry West on the outside. Greg Wood right now, I can tell you, is not happy. He is going to be on a mission to get to the front. In the front, you can avoid all the wrecks. Get that cleaner. Yellow flag, although out in the air. What happened right now? Mike Chamberlain around. Some front end damage as well. Let's go back and take a look. Mike Chamberlain. Oh man, really loose. Just kind of snapped on him right there, and I believe that's turn 4. So man, tough break. Let's go back a little bit further. See if we can paint a picture here. See if maybe there was contact of some sort from the chopper view. Looks pretty decent. Mark Koshik right behind him. Coming out into turn 3 and 4. Oh, you can see it right there. Just gets loose. And just a tough hit. Robert Chiswick narrowly avoids that. So, man, tough break for Mike Chamberlain. Going to have to definitely use that fast repair. We heard that engine blow. So not a good time for him. But 6th caution of the day. This is Bristol, man. This is exactly what happens. But hey, you know what? That can happen. Short track racing. Again, high banks, high tempers. And right now on lap 58, Mark Whitley still up front, looking pretty good. Kyle Munson, Jerry West in P2 and 3, holding on to it. Jim Kummelsberger having a great run today in the number 11. Currently P4, and Greg Wood already up to P5, so looking solid right now. Mike Chamberlain still on pit road. Looks like he's deciding not to use that fast repair, so that's a good move on his part. Still a long way to go in this race, so want to definitely be able to continue on. You can see some damage there on the right side of Mark's car, though. Right front tire. Not a lot, obviously, just a bit of a scrape. Not sure if that was a kiss on the wall or maybe some contact with Greg Wood as they were fighting there for that Stage 1 victory, which Greg Wood walked away from and ended up winning that. So either way, under fire from Kyle Munson, looking pretty good today. Munson has shown some speed a lot this season. Got that huge win at Phoenix a couple weeks back, so a great job by him in that Phantom number 40. So right now, lap 59, lap 60 is approaching us. About half the field right now is either a lap down or out of the race. So as these cars dwindle down from either wrecks or just, I guess, engine expirations, things like that, we're going to start seeing this field thin out more and more. So at some point, I think these drivers know we're going to see a long green flag run at some point, and that's what it'll come down to, is the attrition factor. Hold on to those fenders, keep the wheels straight, and just finish this race, get to the end. That's what they're thinking. And right now, Mark Whitley is thinking just that. Going to lead this field back under green. Going to go green on lap 61. Pace car makes that turn. And right here, Mark Whitley on the outside. Green flag in the air. We're off. Kummelsberger and Jerry West battling right here. Side by side, Greg Wood and Zach Deuscher as well. Yeah, what a great job here by Kummelsberger. So far, having a great race. Has had some high lines in the season so far, some good moments, but man, this is a great run for him. If he can hold on to this top 5 or top 3, that would be fantastic for him. Right now he's showing it, but further back, Jerry West, Deuscher. Quite the battle of brewing. Terry Duguay right here, Robert Chiswick. That got pretty close. Chiswick gonna fall victim to Terry Duguay and also Mike Chamberlain right here as well. 4 laps down. Terry Duguay did get a lap back right there, so he's 3 laps down now. A couple more cautions and he'll find himself back on that lead lap. Mark Whitley still up front. Greg Wood fell way back right here. Not sure what's going on with him, but man, he is in P10 right now. This is not good. Mark Whitley going to catch him up pretty quick. Again, Greg Wood, your stage 1 winner. Definitely not what he wanted to see here tonight for him. Single file, though, throughout the field. Battle right here, though. Mike Chamberlain getting around Terry Duguay. This is not for position, but making it look pretty good. Zach Deutscher. Awesome job back up front. Mark Whitley still out front leading the race. Tracking down Greg Wood. Greg Wood about to go a lap down here if Mark gets around him. I guess the good news about this for Greg is that, hey, if he goes down a lap, he will be the lucky dog. And we know Greg is fast enough to be able to hold on to that positioning. So we'll see how this battle rages on right now. Further back, though, Jason Cavaney, Robert Chiswick. A lot of drivers having a good race today. Comes down to this. We talked about that mid-season grind. These tracks like Bristol aren't always people's favorites. They're so hard, tough conditions. But if you can do well here, get those crucial points for your season. These are the races that matter. Right now, Jerry West, Jason Adams under fire right now, holding on to it. Tell you what, Jason looking pretty strong right now in the number 24. Was up to P2 at one point after the stage, so definitely a fast enough car. I think maybe holding on to those tires is what he's thinking right now. So looking pretty good there. Zach Deutscher up front, making moves right now in P3, past his Kulmsberger. We've seen Zach Deutscher win before, so he has got what it takes to do it. Can he get it done today at Bristol? Tracking down Kyle Munson right now in front of him. Looking good. The battle rages on, though. Up front, lap down traffic for the leaders of Mark Whitley. Putting Robert Chiswick a lap down right there. Greg Wood still holding on to it. He wants to maintain this position if he can. If the yellow comes out, he gets to keep that lead lap. Mark Koshik, though, up front of these leaders. Great camera angle here, the gyro cam. It really shows you the banking of this high banks of Bristol. It is incredible. Man, oh man, he is just trying to track down Greg Wood, get around him. He knows that Greg Wood is a strong competitor. If he can put him a lap down, that might be just what it takes for Mark to get this win today. 82 laps down for the Tennessee Showdown. Don't forget, though, big battle right here. Jerry West, Kulmsberger making the move. Jerry West sneaks in for P4. About to pass Terry Duguay for another lap down. Solid effort right now. Terry Duguay still under fire by Kulmsberger. Making that move and clears him. Great job keeping it clean. So Mark Koshik right there, up front of the leaders. Mark Whitley, man, I think just laid a bumper to Greg Wood. He knows he is slowing him down. Kyle Munson is not too far away, 1.5 seconds back. So definitely has to get it going right now. Greg Wood is holding him up. Again, more lap traffic. Kyle Munson getting around Mike Chamberlain. Robert Chiswick in the sights right now. This is going to slow him down a little bit. Zach Deutscher getting around lap traffic a little bit better. So he'll gain some time here on Munson. And there it is. Whitley finally gets around Greg Wood. Puts him a lap down. Next in line will be Mark Kochik. Gets around him easy enough. Big battle right here. Greg Wood gonna try and stay out in front of Kochik, obviously. Wants to maintain that lucky dog position. So far, a good job by him. Jason Adams right now falling back a little bit. Jason Cavany right behind him. This will be for position if they start battling here on lap 90, approaching the halfway point of this race. We said it earlier, folks, right now, with those car count going down, drivers being out of the race for laps down, you're going to start to see this race unfold with green flag racing. We're seeing it on lap 91, but Jason Adams holding off Cavany, doing a great job. But not too far from now. That green machine of that number 77, Mark Whitley, will catch those two drivers. You can see Mark is pretty smart here. On the low line, holding onto the tires. The outside lane is definitely fast, but you just don't want to be up there too long. Maybe to pass the driver if you have to, but long runs, it's all about that low line right there. And Mark Whitley about to catch these two drivers up front. Let's put them a lap down. But I can't say enough here about Jerry West, Kummelsberger, having very, very solid runs. Kummelsberger right now 10 seconds back. And that's kind of scary because a lap around Bristol is about 15, 16 seconds. Maybe a little more on older tires, but man, right here, you gotta be careful. Mark Whitley, Kyle Munson just too fast today. And just like that, Mark just makes short work of Adams and Cavany. So right now, that'll put the top 5 drivers on the lead lap. Tell you what, the way this is looking, if this thing stays green, we might see Mark Whitley in a league of his own. This right here, Greg Wood, though, has to pass these cars quickly. If a caution were to come out, you never know what could happen. Greg Wood has to stay right behind Mark Whitley as best as he can to hold on to the lucky dog position, but man, it's a tough field, tough competition. Zach Deutscher right now getting around Cavany the hard way. Jason Adams coming up next. And you can see that gap between Deutscher and Munson has grown quite a bit, so Munson has been able to get through these lap down traffic much, much easier. Deutscher just has a bit of a struggle getting through them. Either way right now, still making it work. Holding on to that third spot. One yellow comes out, everyone's grouped back up together. So a good run right now. Kummelsberger 13.6 seconds back. If we jump on board the back end, we're gonna probably see Mark Whitley in sight. Yes, we do. Right behind Mike Chamberlain there in between. We can see that green car of Mark Whitley. So he is coming quick. On a straightaway back. Watch out for him. Deutscher, though, West and Munson, all within about 4 seconds of Whitley, so they have the ability to stay in line. Greg Wood, hasn't really been able to hold on to that lead, so speed earlier isn't really translating to right now, mid-race. We have passed the halfway point, lap 103. So a great job so far. Folks, we're going to hit real quick our race day live non-stop. We're going to go out and shout out our sponsors. You will not miss a thing. Alright folks, we are back. Big thanks to our channel sponsors. Big shout out to harpoondesign.com, as well as being on the front here of Mark Whitley. Looking really good, really strong today at Bristol. Right now in P1 with a 4-second lead up against Kyle Munson. Just recently passed Tim Kommelsberger. So right now the top 4 drivers are on the lead lap. Looking very, very strong here on lap 111. Greg Wood trying to track down Kyle Munson. Again, this is not for position, but he's trying to stay in that lead lap and be in that lucky dog position. You can see the tower on the left side. A lot of drivers out, a lot of drivers a lap down or multiple laps down. So as we go green here, this comes down to everything. This is the attrition part of Bristol. Greg Wood right now showing some speed. Just unfortunately that 1 lap down. Ooh, contact right here. Munson and Kommelsberger not getting around. Man, oh man, this is tough. Oh, big wreck. Big wreck right here. No yellow yet. Jerry West, there's the yellow flag. This will change quite a bit. I can tell you right now, those drivers are not happy. But our 7th caution comes out after a long green flag run. And for Bristol, that's saying something. But right now, man, Jerry West, Greg Wood, it's bad news bears for these drivers. Mark Whitley, though, was putting on an absolute clinic. Had a 4-second lead, putting drivers down a lap. Go back and really kind of show off what happened there, because man, that's a lot. Tough right there. Go back just a little further. Got to tell the whole story about what happened here. Yeah, so we're going to see it right now. I mean, Jerry West. We're all going to get grouped up together here pretty quick. And then, man, this group comes together very, very fast. And unfortunately, just a big wreck right here. Fast forward just a bit. Already in progress, unfortunately. Through the power of rewind, we'll take a better look. Not usually a fan of using rewind, but it's all good. Yeah, so right here, 3 wide right here. Kommelsberger in the middle. Kyle Munson down low. Man, tough right here. Just connects. Greg Wood, Kommelsberger make that contact, and then into Jerry West. So Jerry West didn't bring out a yellow actually initially because they were off the racing surface, but tough break yet again for these drivers. And again, that wasn't even for position. Greg Wood was a lap down. Kyle Munson, however, was trying to get through those drivers. So just a mix of lap down drivers and lead lap drivers. It is not easy at a short track like this. Those things are going to happen. But right now, Mark Whitley's still up front. A bunch of drivers did pit. Greg Wood looks like he's still on the pit box here, fixing that damage. Taking some tires, so a smart move there. Terry Duguay as well. Multiple laps down for him, but still holding on to it. Greg Wood comes off his pit box. He's going to find himself still 1 lap down, so I don't believe he's going to be receiving the lucky dog here, which is definitely not what he wanted for his race, but either way, still a long way to go. We're going to have about 80 laps to go when we go back green here. A long time to make things happen. Pace car lights are off. Jerry West is going to be given that wave around. So we'll go to the back of the field here, but Mark Whitley, Kyle Munson, Zach Deutscher, this is their second chance to catch Mark Whitley or at least stay with him. That's the scenario here. Kommelsberger, who is just involved in that right now, being shown 2 laps down. A lot of people, multiple laps down, so Green flag runs like that, or Bristol can do that. Either way, green flag about to be in the air. Mark Whitley continues to lead us off. Here we go, lap 120. 80 laps to go here at Bristol. Solid job by Mark Whitley right there, but Zach Deutscher gets a great jump on the restart. Kyle Munson, what does he have on the inside? Hits the apron. Maybe too low right there, but Zach Deutscher still remains on the outside. Great job right here, fighting as well. Big moves. Kyle Munson holding on to that third spot. Jason Adams right behind, but that's not for position. He's a lap down, keep in mind. Mark Koshik. He is in the lead lap, but he's way far behind. He pitted before all those drivers. So we get to the tail end of the field. So the real battle right here is this top three. Jerry West as well, lead lap. Got the wave around. When you get the wave around, you have to be behind the drivers who are laps down, so a tough break, but either way, those two of Jerry West, Mark Koshik, hoping for a quick yellow here to get themselves in line with the leaders. Mark Whitley up front in a dominating fashion today. Didn't win stage one, that belonged to Greg Wood. But a good-looking race today for him. Zach Deutscher, I'll tell you what, he has got what it takes. If he can just find a little bit more speed, Zach is going to be right up there for him. He's holding on to it. Kyle Munson, though, some struggles. Not looking good right now. Has let Greg Wood, some lap-down cars, get past him. It's a tough break right there from Kyle Munson. Not good. A battle here, though. Greg Wood, Kalmsberger. This is not for position as well. Kalmsberger is 2 laps down, while Greg Wood is 1 lap down. But what Greg is fighting for is to get in front of that 24 car of Jason Adams. That's going to be for that lucky dog spot, but right now, yellow flag out in the air for Terry Duguay. Holding on to the brakes. A good job there for him. Just talking about it, so Jason Adams will get that lucky dog. Oof. Oh man, just adds insult to injury. Pace car running over the bumper. That's a tough break for Terry Duguay. Might be his day right there. Hate to see it. Let's go back and take a look. So Terry Duguay right here, kind of riding up by himself. Seems to be doing just fine. Fast forward a little bit. Comes into turn 1. Pretty hot right here on the inside. Hits the apron, gets into the wall, and doesn't keep it going, unfortunately, but yeah, just holds on to that. Holds the brace and keeps it going, but yeah, tough break for Terry Duguay. But that is great news for drivers like Jerry West and Mark Koshik. Those drivers were in the back of the field, got the wave around, or found themselves on the lead lap, but were behind the drivers. And now they're going to be on that lead lap in front of all those lap down cars. So a great job for them to be able to get themselves back into position on track in front of all those drivers. But yeah, man, tough break for Terry Duguay. Car is pretty well smashed up. Looks like he's going to try and fix it on pit road, but man, oh man, tough break for him. Back up front, though, Mark Whitley still leading. Zach Deutscher in P2. Kyle Munson in 3rd place. Jerry West and Mark Koshik going to be your top 5. And again, Jason Adams got the lucky dog right there. So a solid job for him. So 6 drivers are going to be on the lead lap. If a caution were to come out after this, Greg Wood would be your lucky dog. Some drivers deciding to come down pit road. Kalmsberger coming down. Again, a little less than 70 laps to go. About 65 once we go green. So what do these drivers do? Do you decide to, hey, you know, take the tires? Do you, nobody on the lead lap is doing this. Well, I think these drivers are lap down. You know what? They've got nothing else to lose. Come down, take the tires, take the fuel, see what happens. Good move right there on their part. Looking pretty good right now. Yellow flag is still out. We're going to go thank our sponsors real fast, Harpoon Design and Admin Box. We'll come right back, folks. All right, we are on lap 135, going back green here after the 8th yellow of the day. Mark Whitley leads us off, green flag in the air. We are back green. Another great restart by Mark Whitley, but further back, these positions matter for these guys. Zach Deuscher trying what he can, but Jerry West, great move, crossover. Can he get down below Zach Deuscher for the move? P2. Can't quite right there. Mark. Man, tough situation. Everybody trying to get those positions. Kyle Munson holding on to what he can on board. Using that middle line, they're kind of dominating the corner to get a better run off. You can see it right here. Very, very fast off of these corners. Jason Adams right now finds himself on the lead lap still, but mired back in traffic. Further up, however, this battle's going to be brewing here. Lap 140, so 60 laps to go here today in Tennessee's shootout. Man, what a great race so far today. Jason Adams, Greg Wood. You can see him maintaining that basically 6th spot on track, but in reality he's 1 lap down. So the yellow flag comes out, he will become our lucky dog and get back to it. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what our stage 1 winner has for this field, if he can get back to that lucky dog positioning for that stage 1. Up front though, Mark Whitley holding on to that lead, has held on to the lead ever since stage 2 began. Looking really solid right now. Jerry West back up to the front. Kyle Munson doing whatever he can to get to him. You can see the run that Munson gets in that number 40 car. On Ace, he just can't get around him on entry. Such a good job right there for them. Further on back, Jason Adams on the lead lap, but trying to get around Kummelsberger. Right now, not really showing the speed, but a 6th place right now is a good effort from him. Staying on the lead lap, especially with as strong as these leaders are. It's a great job. Cafferty right there hits the wall out of turn 4. This is the battle. What can they do? These last 50 laps will wind down very, very quick. So if you have a move in your back pocket, you better start thinking about how you want to execute that right now. Awesome shots of our drone cam in action. What a cool place this is. The last great Coliseum, they call it. High banks, concrete oval. Always a good time to come to Bristol right now. Zach Deuscher, about 7/10 of a second back, not quite having the speed to catch Mark Whitley, but Kyle Munson there, hold on, gets a move. Wow, power move there for Kyle Munson to get down low and get around Jerry West. That was strong right there. What does he have for Zach Deuscher? P2. Solid effort for him. A check back on the drivers in the mid-pack. Kalmsberger, 8th place, but 2 laps down. Jason Cavany behind him, but P9. Ooh, tough. And tough hit there for Lewis Mitchell. That's a hard hit. Mike Chamberlain holding on to it, still running the high line. Robert Chiswick down low. Bunch of drivers right now having pretty beat up cars. Mike Chamberlain down on the apron, might come down pit road right here. Not sure if this is a scheduled pit stop or whatnot. We'll take a look at that. Terry Duguay still on pit road after some pretty rough contact, so he is seemingly done for the day. This battle right here, Kyle Munson has caught Zach. So Munson right here might have saved some in the tank for these drivers. He is right behind him. Gyro cam, you can really tell the kind of banking that they're dealing with. Munson though looking really, really strong right now. Has just figured out a way to get around this track quickly. Not really using that low line though. So tires for him perhaps are not as much of a concern as everyone else, but man, this battle is just heating up for P2. If he gets around Zach here pretty quick, I'd be curious what he has for Mark Whitley in that P1's positioning. Looking really solid right now. Everywhere else on the track looking pretty solid. A lot of drivers spread out. Multiple drivers laps down. Bristol has been unkind to most of these drivers tonight. It is not easy. Right now, Mark Whitley up at the front, making it look so easy. Down low, holding onto that line, just being consistent. That's what it comes down to. Consistency. Smacks the wall right there, but not going to affect his car a whole lot. Yeah, smooth finishes. Smooth cornering. It's right on board. Early entry into these corners, not using up the tires too much, which is very smart. Knows he's got a 2.3 second lead. You can see him on the straightaways, kind of rounding the straightaways out. Almost treating this oval as if it's a circle. Ooh, has to slow way down for Chiswick. Mark, though, has just found a way to get around this place smoothly and efficiently without killing those tires. Right now, putting more drivers a lap down. Chiswick, as well as Lewis Mitchell a second ago. This battle, though, P2 is still heating up. This is not going to go away. Kyle Munson, you can tell, is faster, but for how much longer? Zach is definitely saving more tire down low, but Kyle wants to go now. So how will this end up? Greg Wood, keep in mind, is right behind these two, but not for position. Finds himself one lap down in P7. If Yellow were to come out, he would get that lucky dog, and he would jump back on the lead lap, and I'll tell you what, he wants that right now. He wants a Yellow to come out for sure. Try and challenge for that win. But this is the battle right here for P2. Awesome job. Great battle right here. And you know what? Before this race gets underway, or before it gets over, excuse me, let's hit our favorite segment, the Bring the Noise, sponsored by Harpoon Design. Let's get it. An awesome battle right here with 25 laps to go. Lap 175 right now. And right now, Zach Deutscher is still up front in P2, but Jerry West has found something. He is on the outside. He is making a move past Kyle Munson on the outside, and now Zach Deutscher on the outside as well. This is a solid run. Mark Whitley up front by 6 seconds, about to pass Kummelsberger again for another lap. He is absolutely checked out, but the battle remains for the P2 and P3. This is for the podium. And a great job by these guys. Jerry West has just shot out of a cannon right now in P2, looking very, very good. Again, 6 seconds back. A yellow flag might change everything for these guys. Kyle Munson, Zach Deutscher. Top 5 at Bristol. You cannot be unhappy about that. And right now, they're looking pretty good. P5, though, Mark Koshik. We don't talk about him a whole lot, but man, he is just looking good today. Last couple of races, maybe 3, 4, 5 races, he has not looked as great as he has wanted to. I'm sure if you talk to him, he would not be ecstatic about his performance. But man, today to walk out here with the top 5 on the lead lap, I can promise you he's going to be very, very happy about that and looking really good in the number 33. So holding on to it, I can tell you he wants this to remain green flag to get that top 5. Really cool looking car too, that badass coffee machine. Looking solid as usual. Jerry West though, man, Zach Deutscher has kind of fallen off. He was down low for quite a while, but now just does not have the speed. Right on board, see what's going on maybe in that number 7 car, but yeah, not looking too good. Most of the track right now under shade. 18 laps to go. Jerry West finding a way to make this happen. Battles on track. Not a whole lot of them. So many drivers either out of the race. Lewis Mitchell 10 laps down, unfortunately. But still holding on strong. A P11 10 laps down. He is not giving up. Great job by him. Robert Chiswick. Hey, P2, P10, but hits that wall pretty hard. Finds himself 4 laps down. Jason Cavaney 3 laps down in P9. About to get passed here by Mark Koshik. There it goes right there. 14 laps to go. Kummelsberger 3 laps down in P8. Solid effort for him. Jason Adams in P7. 1 lap down. Wasn't the lead lap for a long time, but just couldn't hold on to it. Either way, he'll be happy for sure for a P7. Greg Wood might not look like he's going to get that yellow that he wanted so bad. Again, he's been fast all day. Was really fast early on. Was the winner of stage 1. Definitely had something for Mark Whitley. But right now, just unfortunately fell off a little bit. Second half of this race, and just no luck, unfortunately, with that yellow flag coming out. Mark Koshik, 5th place. We covered him a second ago. About to go a lap down, actually. Mark Whitley catching him momentarily. Either way, though, very, very good job for him to hold on to that P5. Zach Deuscher, not as quick as he was maybe 20, 30 laps ago, but still holding on for a top 4 position. Great job right there. Kyle Munson has had a great string of podium finishes these last couple of weeks. And again, that win from Phoenix looking very good. Jerry West in P2. Tell you what, he found something not too long ago, and he has made it work. He moved to the high line and did not look away. Looking so good right now. Battle right here a second ago. Zach getting around Mark Koshik. Excuse me, Chiswick. But Mark Whitley, 8 laps to go. Getting around Jason Adams, putting him 1 more lap down. He's now 2 laps down. Tell you what, Mark Whitley has come into the series once before this season, Richmond, and walked away with that W. Looked really good back then. And then now here at Bristol, looking very strong, very dominant today as well. Had the pole. Did not win stage 1, that belonged to Greg Wood. But Mark Whitley just knows how to get around these short tracks. Doing such a good job. The battle for P2 still rages on. Kyle Munson trying to catch him. He's still in that same groove as Jerry West. He might catch him here with maybe 2 or 1 lap to go. But this is a tough, tough battle. Either way, a top 3. Gotta be proud of that right there for sure. Everyone else on track, not quite under some battle. You can see right there, Mark Whitley getting around Chiswick. That's going to be it. 3 laps to go here. About to wrap this Tennessee Showdown out. Tell you what, Sim Racing Unleashed, it's always produced great racing. And another great race on the docket today. Always a great time. Mark Whitley, 2 laps remaining to close this one out. A 12-second gap right now between him and Jerry West. The white flag is out for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series here at Bristol for the Tennessee Showdown. Mark Whitley going to easily get this win from a very dominant performance in the number 77. Checkered flag is out. Mark Whitley going to be your winner today at Bristol. Incredible run for him and that whole Harpoon Design Racing team. Came in with one thing in mind, and that's to win, and he did just that. P2 with Jerry West. Great effort for him. In that P2 spot, Kyle Munson coming back in 3rd spot. Great job there for him, Zach Deuscher. And P4, Mark Koshik. Tell you what, P5 for him. Absolutely great job by him and that team. But Mark Whitley, it belongs to him again. Looking very, very solid once again for him. Great job. Absolutely going to burn them down in the front stretch. Awesome job for him. Folks, we're going to go and thank our sponsors real fast. We'll come back and we'll talk to our top 3, Whitley, West, and Munson.